Hey there guys, Samitian here and welcome back to Terra Restore. Last time we finished off the green and the purple branch, and this time, hello! Where did you come from, my friend? And this time we're going to be going onto the brown and red branches, see what we can find in here. Apparently, charged creepers is what we can find in here. This place appears to have a lot of minecarts, which is interesting. I can now one-shot these essences of death with my cosmic blade, so that's good. It's very good. And so far, this area seems easier than the last couple of ones, despite the fact that these essences of death are scary, man. Okay. I'm already on fire. Let's just run past. This looks to be a mine area. All of the branches so far seem to be, like, indicating different parts of the map. That TNT is primed, which means I can blow up that spawner with relative ease. Very good. So this area is like the start area in the mine, where there was a lot of coal, a lot of crap that I don't really need anymore. Ow. Rude. Oh, okay. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Let things stop spawning. Maybe take a look at what I'm dealing with. That guy was a guy. Okay, so these guys are fast. Very fast. And they seem to track from pretty far away. So let's back off. Make more torchies. Ow. How rude. I gotta say, having full unbreakable equipment makes this a very different game. Because a little bit ago, my biggest, issue was simply my equipment breaking in the middle of fights. And now that issue is pretty much gone. Ow. Rude. Fairly rude, Miss Witch. Okay, it looks like the charged creepers are coming mostly from these minecarts. Oh my god. Oh, this area is larger than I expected. I thought that was just a straight path. Oh, there's some diamond here. Ironically enough, I'm past the point in the game where I need diamond, so this diamond being here is pretty much pointless. Oh well. That's interesting that I'm at the point where diamond is useless. But everything has to happen at some point, I suppose. So my question is there anything up there where these creeper spawners are spawning from? If there is, it's probably not even worth my time to go up there. I have all of the best equipment in the game, but I'm going to go up here anyways. It doesn't look like there's anything up here. Yeah, there's nothing up here. Oh well. I'm grabbing all the experience and stuff just in case. I'm also grabbing the essences for if I want to buy all the upgrades. I don't know why I did that. I want to break this. Stop that. Oh, okay. Same strategy. Run straight through. Ignore the things that are threatening me. I appear to not be going the correct way. Okay, maybe I was going the correct way. Where am I going? Ow. Is this the right way? Hello? No, this doesn't look like the right way either. All of these charged creepers are kind of threatening. Where do I go? Oh, there I go. Ow. Like, nothing really threatens me right now. That's not what I meant to place there. There's no point for me to do anything. Like, in these areas. I have the best equipment in the game. As long as I don't die, I'll be completely fine. Hello, Samitian. The wind told me you were coming. I am Garoon, goddess of earth, and thank you for freeing me. I can hear through stone for very far distances, and I know what Exile is planning. He plans to transcend this dimension at midnight and summon forth another terror of the void world to unleash on us all. Quickly, we must get out of here and stop him. Okay? Oh my god, this... Why does it put you directly on the ladder? And while I'm here, may as well ditch my inventory a little bit. I do not need this, nor this, nor this, nor this, nor this, nor this. Don't really need all these. I'll keep these and this. Don't need the bones. I'll keep the wither skeleton skull in case I feel like summoning a wither at some point. Probably won't. Keep the bow. Don't need the snowballs or these or these or these. Boom, boom, boom. Inventory clean. Into the red section. What do we have in here? Lava. I'm shocked and appalled that there is lava in the red section. Okay, I wish I had a water bucket. I really wish I had a water bucket. Let's go get a water bucket. That seems like a really good thing to have right now. Like, obscenely good to have. Come on. I want to go down. Hello? That was weird. Bucket, 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 get a bucket of water. Do I have any buckets? I don't think I have any buckets. Too lazy to look to see if I have any buckets. So let's just grab a bucket of water. Where can I easily get water? Right here, but that would break the aesthetics. I don't want to break the aesthetics. Let's just find a lake somewhere. Oh, frame rate lag. There's got to be, like, water somewhere, right? Yeah, here we go. Boom, bucket of water. It shocks me that I haven't got a bucket at all this entire game. Like, buckets of water and lava are just so useful. Hay Meadows. Final dungeon. I guess it's like good that I didn't abuse lava buckets too much. It's kind of cheesy when you do that. Definitely want to have water buckets while I'm here, though. This area is just... Ow. This area without water seems like it would be a terrible thing. I want to get to that gas spawner because of things like that happening. This area does not seem to be one that you can just rush through like the last area. This one, I need to take my time and deal with things slowly and logically. Oh, come on. Where did these essences of death come from? Oh, this... Actually, it doesn't take that long, even with the mining fatigue. The power of efficiency 10. Oh, yeah. Wow, that was a... that was an interesting shot. I don't know how the heck I made that. I don't know how the heck I did that either, but... Time to run past. And this is a very short area compared to the last one. Okay. That was quick. Hello, Samitian. The wind told me you were coming. I am Valoon, goddess of heat, and thank you for freeing me. It really is such a tragedy what happened to Exile long ago that compelled him to start the war. I wonder where we would all be right now and what the state of things would be like if none of this had ever happened. Sounds like a heavy door has opened up in the distance. Ah, stupid letter. Alright. Is it time for the final boss, perhaps? Or is this just like a mid-boss? Or, plot twist, the mid-boss is the final boss. Oh my god. Oh no. That's hell water, isn't it? What the... Okay, what am I... Okay. I was not prepared to jump directly into lava. I was not prepared for this. That is a very tricksy move. Ender Pearl is my friend. Oh my god. Well, I guess this is the heavy door that opened in the distance. Be gone from my halls. You have done enough damage already. You are no longer welcome here. Oh my god. Let's, ignore that. Actually, I probably can't ignore this because the boss is right there. And I'm going to need to, have calm and quiet to read everything about the boss. I like how I'm four-shotting withers with this sword. It's pretty cool. Okay, buddy. I get it, you're in a wall. You can stop now. Well, that's a lot of nether stars. If I wanted to make some beacons, now would be the time to do it. Don't think I'm going to do that, though. Slight amount of cheese. Gonna do normal mode as usual. Okay, let's start with the gear/item check. Using full cosmic gear for this fight is highly encouraged. Be sure to use a cosmic bow and sword or better weapon for this. Again, flame aspect can be terrible for this because the boss will teleport away more often. A smite weapon could be useful for monsters that the boss spawns. You could use astral essence 3 potions if you have them, but they shouldn't be mandatory at all. If any of your armor or weapons are breakable, then make sure they are not almost broken. This doesn't have fire aspect on it, right? Good. Oh, the bow has flame, whatever. Exile is extremely similar to how you first fought him, however there are a few differences. He will summon wither skeletons now instead of bunnies. He will no longer set the room on fire after a period of time. Has a higher chance of randomly teleporting to players. He will occasionally become enraged for just a few seconds, which will cause him to do a lot more melee damage and knockback. The Loon will occasionally give you strength 3 and freeze the boss for a limited amount of time. Be sure to strike the boss when you give him the strength 3 buff to do massive damage. Kill the wither skeletons when they spawn. You don't want the wither skeletons to be up when the boss forces you to stare at him. Whenever you need to eat food, you can shoot the boss with the bow, causing him to teleport away, which shows you need some in peace. Yeah, health potions. You're given 5 health potions for this instead of the normal 3. The boss will summon powerful zombies from the lava. The boss will periodically summon a wave of fireballs at random locations. Each time he uses this ability, there will be more fireballs, and they will also do a lot more damage. The boss has a high chance of teleporting to a random player every 15 seconds. This fight goes on for too long, you will instantly die. That's rude. The boss will become enraged for 10 seconds periodically and will become faster and do massive melee damage and knockback. Shoot the boss with the bow. Avoid getting hit when the boss enrages. Kill the zombies right away. For the first 2 waves of fireball shouldn't do much damage unless you fire these block with your sword 2 right before they hit you to reduce your damage by half. Okay, so this guy has 2 phases apparently. So this should be fun. Final boss time? Exile, it is time. No more hiding, no more fleeing. The crimes you have committed in the war you have started is inhumane. The time for this to end is now. No more war, no more chaos. You will pay and be punished for what you have done. Exile grins. What I have done? No, 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 no. It is you four who started this whole thing. It is you four who have turned Vuko and my friends against me. It is you four who forced me into this position, and it is you four that will pay the price today. Let's do this. Why, hello there, why don't you stare at me some more? Enough, no more devilish stares. Rise from the void and be reborn into bones. I love this song. Is that all of them? I think that was all of them. Man, I hate the wither effect. You can't tell how much health you have. The rage inside me knows no bounds. Allow me to quell that for you, thank you. I have imbued your weapon with power. Strike the foul creature now while he is frozen. Why, hello there. Yeah, I already said that. So he's pretty low on health already. He's already at half. Getting to phase 2 might be harder in phase 2. Is it the last one? Alright, my weapon's imbued with power. Time to hit him. Missed one. So pretty much same strategies as usual. as the previous one. This actually feels a little bit easier, honestly. I might be able to kill him with this strength buff this time. Where'd he go? Should be dead rather soon. He's at 4 health. You leave me with no choice. This pearl must be destroyed. Exile, no! Garoon, protect them! Be gone from this realm. Oh, the frame rate. It's too strong for me. Now then. You are not my friend. Why did you have to join their side and betray me? Deeper into the void we go. This is trippy. The barrier blocks below you. Holy crap. This place is slowly growing unstable. All I ever wanted was for all our species to be equal. Why did you have to join their side and betray me? Oh my god, this splash potion does like nothing. This is actually rather difficult. This is difficult. I think he says the why when he says why did you join their side, that's when he enrages. So I need to be careful when he says that. Let's just go back to just being friends. Forget the war and chaos. Oh fuck, I didn't finish eating. I need to pay attention to the ground because that's where the fireballs come from. Where'd he go? Ow. And then the zombies. I'm having trouble telling when he's enraged. Like, he's got a lot of particle effects around him. Fuck, where are the other 2 potions? I don't have the other 2 potions. He's dead. I see now what I have done wrong. I am sorry. I didn't mean to start a war, but I was tired of us Undernen not being treated equal like the rest of you all. Maybe now we can all find peace. Final boss? Question mark? Did I do it? Did I beat the game? Boss didn't start. I want to fight it again? Click here. Hero, I have returned from the Void World. I do not have good news. The connection between our world and the Void World has been severely damaged and altered. This is not over yet. Not even close. Go now. Place the remaining wool in the monument and restore balance and harmony to the once lost lands. We will surely need it for what is to come. Okay. So is the wool not the final area, or is this just set up for a sequel? Book on donating. Oh, start credits. Okay, so this is just set up for a sequel. If you want to help support me, then feel free to donate. I can't continue to do this full-time without donations, which means it might unfortunately take around 11 months, or 10, I can't fucking read, around 10 months or more until the release of the next Terra Restore. I literally can't read. What is wrong with me? I do very much enjoy doing this kind of work and have some pretty amazing ideas in store for Terra Restore too. Thanks in advance if you do choose to donate, and I realize not everyone can, which is fine. You can find where to donate on the Maps forum page. Also feel free to follow me on there and on my YouTube channel if you want. I hope you all enjoyed the map, and until next time I wish you all well. Mithy. Well, I did really enjoy the map. Like, extremely much so. I loved this map. I need those. I don't need those. Let's watch the credits. This map was developed on and off over the duration of over 1 year, over 1,000 years in development, and started in 1.6. Wow. This is, without a doubt, the best CTM map I've ever played. I procrastinated a lot on and off around the midpoint of this project, even getting so burnt out that I took over a month break at some point, but somehow managed to keep going. Thankfully, near the end of it, I finally managed to get into the habit of working on my map almost every single day, even if it was just for a little bit. And with that, I'd like to send out a big thank you to a bunch of people and tools that have helped me make this possible. It's the Ultra Hardcore Water Cave, with all of my torches. Thanks to Seth Bling and Texil Elf for all of their amazing filters. Oh, I can move around during this. Okay. Oh no, the house was broken. It's Coco! Hi, Coco. A big thanks for the tools that exist out there, such as MC Edit, World Painter, and Resource Pack Workshop. Was this music supposed to change now? It seemed like a rather abrupt change. Ow. They have been a huge help, and I just can't imagine ever creating a map without using such awesome tools. This map was so good. I would seriously consider donating to this guy, but I'm poor. A big thanks to great video games such as Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda, Kingdom Hearts, Rogue Legacy, Dark Cloud, World of Warcraft, and many more. I enjoy a good majority of those games. I've never played Kingdom Hearts much. They have helped inspire a lot of the map, and were even part of the reason why I designed everything the way I did. It kind of sucks that my computer can't really handle the world generating in very well, because this looks like it would be a great view. Thanks to Vex and Amlup for a lot of fun and inspiration from their CTM maps. I also really enjoy Vex's maps. Never played an Amlup map before. I may have to check that out. And the music's just gone now. I think something probably changed. A big thanks to Radiark, the Dash Dub, and Macon on YouTube, who have allowed me to use their wonderful music for this map. And I really enjoyed the music on this map. It was Great, I can go through this block. What mode am I in? Spectator mode, I guess. Their music really has added a lot more immersion and life to the map, and even inspired parts of some areas. This has been so much fun. Thanks to Mojang, of course, for creating such a wonderful game that has allowed me to develop such creation, giving me thousands of hours of entertainment, and not to mention has given me the chance to meet quite a few amazing people out there, and helped me to get to know them better in the process. I kind of just rushed through this part. A huge thanks to my best friend Blue Loving, who helped alpha/beta test the map, and who helped me keep on track and motivated. This map might have never been completed if it wasn't for her. Hey, and this is where I got the water bucket that was named for her. And thanks to you for playing or watching someone play my map. I very much hope you enjoyed it and the adventures within. I really, really did. This is easily the best CTM map I've ever played, like, bar none. Until next map, I bid thee farewell. Now go, place that final wool and claim victory. Well, first I'm going to place the Terra Restore, but then we'll place the wool. I wasn't actually expecting to beat the game today. Feel free to leave some feedback about my map on the map's forum page. Some quick examples of feedback you can give me include: which boss did you like/hate the most and why? Which area did you like/hate the most and why? Is there any part of the map that is lacking or you think I could improve on? Any additional comments? I might have to sign up onto those forums just to leave some feedback, because I really, really think this is the best map I've ever played. But I think I'll answer these questions like right now, for the sake of it, while I'm in the video. Which boss do you like, hate the most, and why? I think my favorite boss was the giant zombie. I don't remember its name, but it spawned ads, it broke parts of the floor, and it was just huge and intimidating, and I really, really liked that. I think the first exile fight was probably my least favorite. It seemed rather simplistic and boring, but that might have only been because I read the hints. So I might have spoiled the bosses for me by reading the hints, but I felt like I needed the help. Which area did you like, hate the most? I hated the part of the last dungeon where with the water. I kept falling in the water and dying, and I hated that. Which area did you like the most? I liked the volcanic islands with the side quest with the sun and the moon thing to fight the little optional boss and get his sword. That was really fun. I love that part. Any part of the map that is lacking? I don't really think so. I would have enjoyed going to the Nether. One of my favorite parts of Material Energy Hypercubed was going to all the different dimensions. Like, you start out in the end, and then eventually you break out into the deep dark and into the overworld and into the Nether, and that was just really fun. I don't think it was done well enough in that map. Like, you just seem to be there for the sake of being there for the most part, but it was still cool to go to all the different dimensions. Any additional comments? This game's great, and if I get extra money, I'm donating to you, because I really want to see a Terra Restore 2. This was amazing. So I guess today's the finale. I was not expecting to beat the boss today. I thought that the last two areas would take me longer than it did. Let us put up the last Terra Restore. See what this unlocks us. Probably something that would have helped us in the boss fight, but a bit late for that. Barn. Let's see where this takes us. I'm in spectator mode now. And And that didn't teleport me to the right spot. Oh, the tree has been fully brought back to life. Has it? Oh, yes it has. So, look how happy it is. Yggdrasil Sprout, Overlooker of Nira, Sharpness 10, Looting 10, yeah, this would have helped in the boss! Oh man, that would have been really helpful for the boss. Whoops. Oh well. That's it's quite the sword. Nice. Oh well. That probably would have made the boss a little bit cheesed, but... Damn. This looks nice. And the final thing to do before I end the series is place the black wool on the monument. Oh, now there's a barn that was not here before. Let's go check this out too. I guess the tree coming back to life was from getting all of the Terra Restores. Okay, this doesn't really give you much, just gives you swords and bows that are worse than what you can get from the final area. And a bunch of essences, which are kind of useful, I suppose. Oh, this is pretty good. Diamond stake, but like I mentioned before, I'm past the point where diamonds are useful. I'm at the end of the game. I don't know why I'm even grabbing any of this stuff. Let's put the black wool on the monument. Congratulations, you have completed Terra Restore. Look at all the bunnies. Oh, get bunnies. What is this? Party Raid Chaos. Oh, okay. It's Coco. A lot of Cocos, so many Cocos. Look at all the Cocos. Party guest Joshua, party guest. This is cool. Raid. Oh. Ow. It's all the mine crackers that are now going to die. Ow. Okay, let's just ignore them, I guess. They're attacking my party! How rude is that, man? God, die, Milby. How dare you guys attack my party guests? So rude. And now time for chaos. We hunger for vengeance! Oh my! That giant zombie's getting wrecked, mate. I don't think it can die, though. So that's little cool little things you can do, I suppose. Ow! Fucking... Oh man, rude! All my bunnies turned into killer bunnies. Anyway, that's going to do it for Terra Restore. I've overstated this so many times, but I love this map. 10 out of 10. Would play again. Next time, we're going to be starting Earthbound. And that should be a fun game to play. I've yet to record myself playing that game, but I've played through it probably half a dozen times at this point. It's a good one. See you guys then.